Good day, everyone. It's an honor for me to be presenting my article journal in this conference. My name is Prima Nadia Sarah, currently a final year student at Universitas Indonesia. As a French studies student, I've been exposed to many French and Francophone literatures, and a lot of them talk about freedom and identity. One of these Francophone literatures is the corpus of my article journal, written together with Mrs. Joesana Tjahjani as the corresponding author, titled Identity Reconstruction in the Novel La Disparition de la langue française by Assia Djebar. The usage of two main languages in Algeria, namely French and Arabic, has caused many Algerians identity crisis in which they struggle to identify who they really are. This topic is still relevant to this day, especially to the countries who were once colonized, including Indonesia. Identity reconstruction is a possible case for the people in these countries in order to adapt well in the current situation, find the meaning of their identity, and reach the freedom they have been longing for, that is, owning who they really are. As we encounter the life of Berkan, the main character of the novel, we will notice his struggles of finding his true identity as a person, having gone back to his country in Algeria after living for 20 years in France. This is shown by the usage of French and Arabic languages both in his conversation with others and in his thoughts. This article aims to investigate the occurrence of Berkan's identity reconstruction and to analyze the meaning of his disappearance at the end of the novel by analyzing the language usage and his memories. For the methods in this article journal, I use Barthes' theory of narrative discourse to dissect the narrative structure of the novel, and to find out the identity reconstruction of Berkan, the main character of the novel, I use the post-colonial study of Homi Bhabha combined with the concept of identity crisis by James Marcia and the individual identity concept of Philip Gleason. And now we move on to the analysis, and it is divided into 6 parts. Part 1 is the analysis of the narrative structure. The analysis of the narrative structure of the text shows that most of the actions taken by Berkan, be it when he is writing his writings and the dialogue he has with himself or the interactions he has with other people, happened at home. This shows that the focus of the story is him himself. And then on the second analysis, using the vocalization concept of Jeanette, I found that the writer used 2 vocalizations. The first one is the vocalisation interne, seen at the usage of the pronoun je, meaning I, in every part written in the present tense, indicates the subjectivity of the text. It means that when the writer used the pronoun je, it is all individual memory only occurred to Berkan, while in the usage of the vocalisation zéro in every part written in the form of past tense indicates that it is actually a story of collective memory experienced not only by Berkan but also by many people in Algeria. The third analysis is the analysis of Berkan's interactions with himself and with others using the post-colonial study of Homi Bhabha. It shows that Berkan is torn into 2 identities, shown by his language usage. Eventually, Berkan has developed hybrid identity after having been exposed to 2 cultures, French and Algerian. His interaction with his former lover, Maryse, is how he felt being a French-speaking Algerian, dumped, abandoned, and hopeless. And meanwhile, his interaction with Nadia, his new lover, also an Algerian, shows his effort of trying to identify himself back as Algerian. The analysis also shows that memories play a big role in defining Berkan's identity. First, the memories trigger the feeling of alienation that is felt by Berkan. But also, at the end, Berkan finds himself back using the help of his memories. And his disappearance is the result of his finding back his identity. There are several conclusions that can be made from the analysis. Number 1, Freedom and identity will remain relevant topics in Algerian literatures, as these are the cases that Algerians face up to this day. And then, number 2, both memory and language play a big role in causing someone to both lose and or find back their identity. Conclusion number 3, the disappearance of Berkan is an expression of freedom that the writer wishes to convey, namely that the people of Algeria can now interpret their identity freely. The last but not least, the novel La Disparition de la langue française is a post-colonial critic of Djebar, who wants to say that history, in the form of memory, will never be erased, and that freedom has always been the right of the Algerian people, that they are free to interpret their own identity and freedom. And that is all from me. I hope this presentation will bring you some insights regarding how memories and languages are able to shape our identity and sense of freedom. Please feel free to discuss about this if you wish so. Thank you for your time watching this video.